Climate change is having a significant impact on modern lifestyles in several ways. Extreme weather events. Climate change is causing more frequent and severe weather events such as heat waves, droughts, floods, and hurricanes. This is because as the global temperature rises, it can cause shifts in weather patterns and more intense weather events. Extreme weather events refer to weather phenomena that are outside of the normal range of weather conditions for a particular area. These events disrupt daily life, causing damage to infrastructure, property, and crops, leading to food and water shortages. Climate change can exacerbate these extreme weather events in several ways. For example, warmer temperatures can cause more frequent and severe heat waves, which can increase the risk of droughts and wildfires. Warmer ocean temperatures can also lead to more intense hurricanes and tropical storms. Health risks. Climate change also increases the risk of certain health problems such as heat stroke, respiratory problems, and allergies. For example, as temperatures rise, people are more likely to suffer from heat exhaustion or heat stroke, and air pollution from wildfires can trigger respiratory problems. As the planet warms, we can expect more frequent and intense heat waves. Exposure to extreme heat can lead to heat stroke, dehydration, and other heat-related illnesses. Climate change can worsen air pollution, which can lead to respiratory problems such as asthma and lung cancer. Warmer temperatures can lead to the spread of waterborne diseases such as cholera and giardia. Extreme weather events such as floods can also contaminate water supplies, leading to outbreaks of waterborne diseases. Climate change can lead to crop failures and food shortages, particularly in regions that are already food insecure. This can lead to malnutrition and other health problems. Climate change can affect the range and distribution of disease-carrying insects such as mosquitoes and ticks, leading to the spread of diseases such as malaria, dengue fever, and Lyme disease. Climate change can also have a significant impact on mental health. Extreme weather events can lead to trauma and anxiety, and the stress of adapting to a changing climate can take a toll on mental health. Economic impacts. Climate change also has economic impacts, affecting industries such as agriculture, tourism, and insurance. For example, more frequent droughts and floods can damage crops, making it more difficult for farmers to make a living. Additionally, coastal areas and tourist destinations are at risk of being affected by rising sea levels, leading to financial losses for local businesses. Climate change can cause severe weather events, such as floods, hurricanes, and wildfires, which can damage roads, buildings, and other infrastructure. This can be expensive to repair and can disrupt economic activity in affected areas. As the frequency and severity of natural disasters increase, insurance companies may raise their premiums to cover the increased risk. This can make it more expensive for businesses and individuals to insure their assets. Climate change can impact crop yields and reduce the productivity of agricultural land. This can lead to food shortages and price increases, particularly in regions that rely heavily on agriculture. As temperatures rise, the demand for air conditioning and other cooling systems is likely to increase. At the same time, the demand for heating may decrease. These changes could affect energy markets and lead to shifts in energy prices. Climate change can impact the availability and cost of natural resources, which could disrupt global trade. This could particularly impact countries that rely heavily on imports and exports. Climate change can also have significant impacts on human health, which can in turn affect the economy. For example, increased air pollution can lead to higher healthcare costs and decreased productivity among workers. Rising sea levels and increased storm surges can lead to flooding and erosion, which can damage coastal property and infrastructure. This can be particularly costly for areas that rely on tourism and coastal development. Migration. Climate change is also causing people to migrate, as they are forced to leave their homes due to natural disasters or changing environmental conditions. This can cause social and political upheaval, as well as putting pressure on resources and infrastructure in other regions. Climate change is expected to cause a wide range of environmental and social impacts, including changes in temperature and precipitation patterns, increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, and rising sea levels. These impacts can lead to the displacement of people from their homes and communities, often referred to as climate-induced migration or climate-induced displacement. Climate-induced migration can occur for a variety of reasons. For example, coastal communities may be forced to move due to rising sea levels, increased flooding, and stronger storms. Droughts and desertification can also force people to move from areas that are no longer habitable or able to support agriculture or livestock. In some cases, climate change can exacerbate existing conflicts and displacement, as resources become scarcer and competition for them intensifies. The scale of climate-induced migration is difficult to predict, but some estimates suggest that millions of people could be displaced by the impacts of climate change in the coming decades. This will pose significant challenges for governments, communities, and individuals as they try to adapt to and cope with the impacts of climate change. It is important for policymakers to take proactive measures to mitigate the impacts of climate change and to provide support and assistance to those who are displaced or at risk of displacement. Overall, climate change is having a significant impact on modern lifestyles, and it is important for individuals, governments, and businesses to take action to mitigate its effects. Please like, subscribe and share my channel with your colleagues and peers.